guys, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you are new. I haven't uploaded in like 2 or 3 years, so most people will probably be new. I doubt anyone has stuck around for this long, but if you have, there's a very big difference, and that is I'm blonde now. Happened a little while ago. It took us a while to get here from red, especially Schwarzkopf red, to blonde. It takes a while. I'm also in a different place. I have moved since I last filmed, so there's that. It looks a bit stark behind me right now, and I realise that, and I might have to find a new place to film, because it's not good. My Christmas tree is still out because I haven't put it in the loft yet. It needs to be fixed. Anyway, I thought I would start making videos again. I kind of dropped off the beauty scene, to be honest. It's not something I'm super interested in. I still wear makeup. Honestly, I rarely wear makeup ever these days. I'm still interested in it, but I just barely wear it. So I'm back with different content. As you can see by the title, I thought I'd stick with a realm that I'm very confident in, and that is hauls. But this time it's a book haul rather than clothes or makeup. So I've got a lot of books here to show you, so I might as well just get straight into the haul. The first one I got actually came today. So this one's called Everyone in This Room Will Someday Be Dead by Emily Austen. I think this is the American cover, because it says on the back the price in US dollars and Canadian dollars. I bought this off a website in the UK called Blackwell's, because I didn't like the other cover. It looks very like school textbook vibes. I don't know, I didn't like the cover at all, but this one is a lot cuter. It's the kind of thing that it's a bit out of my comfort zone, but I thought I would try some new things. The next one on the list is one I have already read. It's very much in my comfort zone because it's a romance. This one I actually finished reading yesterday. I'm gonna do like a what I read in January/February at the end of February, but as a little spoiler, loved this book. It's been on my radar for years. I've wanted it for years. I've had it bookmarked on Amazon for years. I just never really got back into reading, and I'm really trying to make an effort this year. So yeah, love that. The next 2 books I have are the first 2 books of the Kingdom of the series. I don't actually, is it Kingdom series? What would you call it? I don't know. It's Kingdom of the Wicked, I believe, is the first one, and then Kingdom of the Curse is the second. I believe there is a third, according to the inside cover. Yeah, called Kingdom of the Seed. So if I like these 2, I will get the third. I took a bit of a risk getting both, to be honest, but that was my mum's influence. I wasn't sure if I should get both or not, and she said go for it because they were on a table that was buy one get one half price. So it's not too bad, at least if I don't like them. But it seems right up my alley. It's like a dark, I think it's a bit of a dark romance by the looks of things, which is why something I'm wanting to read like more of. So yeah, hopefully I like these 2, and I will get the sequel if I do. The next one I've got is Verity by Colleen Hoover. It's not the only Colleen Hoover book in this list. It might be the first one that I read, and you will find out why a little bit later on. This one is a bit out of my comfort zone because I think it's like a thriller, but the fact that everyone is like going on about like the twist that happens, like the plot, and like how it's a bit like dark, and you like something happens and you'll be like, oh my god, it's making me really need to read this because I need to find out what the tea is, you know. Some people are like, oh, it's not that big of a deal, like I guessed it, and some people are like, oh my god, it was the best thing ever. So I thought, you know what, I'll find out for myself. So, and it's not too big of a book actually, like it's not too thick, so I don't think it's too long of a read. But yeah, thrillers aren't really in my comfort zone, but I thought I'd give it a go. Why not try some new stuff, you know. So next I got The 7 Husbands of Evelyn Hugo by Taylor Jenkins Reid. This one is one of my best friend's favourite books ever. She's very excited I've now got it. So we're probably gonna, she's got hers annotated. I'm delving into the realm of annotating books, so I think I will annotate mine, and we'll probably meet up and have a coffee and discuss once I have read this, because she says it's the best. Yeah. Again, this one seems a bit like, oh, spill the tea type of book, you know, and I'm all for that. And next I got A Court of Thorns and Roses. So this one I am very, very excited to start reading. I was tempted to just buy the whole series as the box set, But then I was like, but if I don't like it, I don't want to spend all that money on a full series when I could just buy the first book. And if I don't like it, then I don't have to buy any others. And if I do like it, I can then buy the others, you know? Yeah, it's a very popular book series, but I thought I do love a good series. I prefer series over standalone books personally. I don't know why, I just do. And it does sound like something that's right up my alley. So I'm very, very, very excited to start reading this. Okay, talking about series, I also have book 1 and 2 of the Twisted series. Yeah, I didn't really... I bought this one on the same day as A Court of Thorns and Roses, knowing I hadn't yet even start reading the first one of the Twisted series. But to be fair, I think they are... You can read them standalone. I don't think they're like are a series in the same way that ACOTAR is. But yeah, these right up my alley. I do love a good romance, especially with like a dark male lead. Basically, this was on the buy one get one half price table. My mum just told me to buy things and I was like, okay, I will. I bought this one like a week and a half, 2 weeks beforehand. I bought it from the Waterstones website. So I didn't get a chance to start reading before I went to Waterstones to see if I would get the rest of the series. But if I like this and this one, I will obviously buy the other two. But I think it's pretty likely I'm going to like it because I do love a good romance. Okay, the book to actually kick off all of the book buying is A Song of Achilles. I heard a lot of good things about this. I have a colleague at work whose fiance apparently burst into tears at this book, which is what I love a good cry in a book. I'm not quite in the headspace yet to read this. I'm gonna wait till I need a good cry before I start. Obviously, it's about Achilles. It kind of speaks for itself. So many people talk about this book. I've heard it's amazing. I am a bit sad though because last time when I went into Waterstones, there was a bigger Waterstones than the one I got this one at, and they had the hardback, which was like it's a lighter blue than this, a bit brighter, with like a gold embossed pattern and the title in gold, and it looked beautiful. So if I do love this book, I might have to go and buy that one as well because it was stunning. It really was stunning. Okay, and the last of my paperbacks, because I also got a stack of hardbacks here, is Once Upon a Broken Heart. They had the Waterstones special blue cover as well, but I'm a pink girl through and through, so I went with the original pink. I'm probably not going to start reading this until the sequel has come out in paperback. It's out in hardback, but I don't want to read this and then be dying to read the next one and force myself to buy the hardback when I've got the paperback, because that will hurt my heart and my soul and my bookshelf. So I'm going to wait. And also I'm not sure, because I believe it's the same universe as the Caraval series. I don't know if that's what it's called. So I'm going to do some research and find out. I think you can just read this series on its own, but some people say it's better if you read that series first. So I'm going to just sort of see how we feel there. But it's so pretty, and the premise, it's my kind of book. So I'm very excited to start reading this when I do eventually start reading it. Okay, so to start the hardbacks, we have just a little one here, She and Her Cat. This was half price on Waterstones at the beginning of the year, with like the January sales, so it's only £5. And this one, I think it's told in the point of view of a cat. It's either the same cat about 2 different women, or it's 2 different cats about 2 different women. I'm not entirely sure, but it sounds adorable. And I thought, you know what, for a £5, you can't really go wrong. Okay, my next 2 have a little bit of a story to them. Basically, when I was in school, I found this vampire series called House of Night. So I have read the full series of that. I think it's like 10 plus books strong. I'm not entirely sure. I do have them all downstairs on my bookshelf. They then have like a sub, not a sub, like I was gonna say subunit, that makes no sense. It's like a spin-off series but with the same characters, and it follows on from the last one, but it's House of Night Otherworld. I have the first 2 books from that series. I've got them in hardback. I got them for my birthday or Christmas a few years ago, and I thought there was just one more. There isn't, there's 2, and I had to find the hardbacks that matched the covers of the ones I had, because otherwise I would have to buy all new, and it would have just been very annoying, and it was, so I managed to track them down and I found them. So it is Forgotten and Found, book 3 and 4. They are different to the first 2, Loved and Lost, but the L's are like a white colour and the F's are dark. So it does make sense with how they look, and so it is cohesive, and they are the covers that match each other. They're quite hefty books, to be honest. I started trying to read Loved the other week, and I was like, I don't know if I can read this without at least skim reading the last few books of the House of Night series. So I might have to sort of reread them before I can get back into this series. I don't know. We're gonna see how I go. There was like a catch-up thing at the beginning, so I might just have to read it a few times, really get it in my head. I think it was just the timeline in my brain's off. I'm like, this hasn't happened all in a few months, has it? Like, it was just, I think I just need that timeline sorted in my head. Maybe hopefully there's like a YouTube video somewhere that talks about the whole House of Night series that I can watch, so I can finally start reading these books, because I do love that series. It's one of my favourite series. It's really good. Okay, the next book I got is Wayward. I actually got a matching bookmark to go with. I bought this book. It was on my wish list as I was walking around. I saw it at the front of the store. Look at those sprayed edges. They're amazing. And I thought, well, I've got other things I want to get, so I'll leave it for now. And then I got to the till, and I needed £2 more to get my £10 off voucher. And it makes no sense that I bought a hardback when I needed to only spend £2 more. But I was like, it's on my wish list, it's there. I ended up getting a free bookmark. I was like, well, why not? And the guy on the till has actually written on my receipt a few recommendations for if I like this book. And I love when people do that. Honestly, I genuinely think people who work at Waterstones are just the nicest people ever. I'm looking forward to reading this. Again, it's a bit out of my comfort zone plot-wise. Usually I just stick to romance, to be honest. But I do want to branch out a bit more. So yeah, and just look at how nice this is. It's gorgeous. Okay, back with the Colleen Hoover. I bought It Starts With Us, and I bought this in January. I bought it it was on the half price table, you see. A few of the next ones I got were on the half price table. I didn't realise this is the second book until my friend told me. So because I bought it in hardback, I had to buy It Ends With Us in hardback. I'm waiting for it to come. For some reason it's on pre-order. I think they must have sold out. So I'm waiting to read this. So because I'm waiting for It Ends With Us, I'm probably going to end up getting around to Verity first, but I don't know. We'll see. There's a lot of controversy around Colleen Hoover books, and I think she's a bit Marmite-y. You either love her or you hate her. So I thought I'd give her a go. The fact I'm giving her a go with 3 of her books is quite generous. But I'm apparently not very tight with my money. I'm just quite frivolous when it comes to buying things and having new fixations. So we'll give it a go. But the cover is lovely. It looks very nice. It looks like a nice summer read, you know. I don't know if it is a summer read, but it looks like it is. The next one I got was also on the half price table. This one is With His Kiss by Carrie Hope Fletcher. Look at those sprayed edges. Again, it's beautiful. You can see where the sticker has like made it all sticky and horrible. It happened on a couple of books. The red half price stickers came off, no bother. It was the black Waterstones exclusive stickers that have made marks in a few of them. I read her first book, Not All I Know Now. That was like the teenage one. It was like, what was it called? On the Other Side? No. Okay, I checked. It is On the Other Side. That's the one I read. When I got that initial book, I was a huge fan of Carrie Hope Fletcher. And I do like her writing, and I thought, you know what, I like the premise of this. I believe it's a girl, if she kisses someone, she sees how they die, and so she's very like, I don't want to see that shit. So yeah, it sounds very interesting. And I thought, you know what, when it's half price, why not? The next one I got, also on the half price table, Lessons in Chemistry. This one, I was looking at it, and the girl in Waterstones looked at me. She just kind of went, oh, that one's really good. And I was like, well, if you say so, I'm buying it. Again, it's out of my comfort zone. It's not a romance, but it sounds so good. And it's set in the 60s. Is it 60s or 50s? Might be the 50s. Oh no, in the 60s. And it just sounds like the perfect feminist rage book, you know? So who doesn't need a bit of that in their life, you know? And it also has sprayed edges. I mean, look at it. It's the periodic table. That is so cool. Yeah. If you couldn't tell, sprayed edges is something I live for, based on also the next book also has sprayed edges, and that's A School for Good Mothers. I loved the premise of this, the idea that if you make like a little mistake, you get sent for a school on how to be a good mum. Like, It sounds like it's going to be a really good social commentary on how we view parenthood, and especially being a mother. I feel like mothers get a lot more, I don't know how to word it, I feel like mothers get looked at more than fathers do on like how to parent, and like, yeah, it just sounds really good. And it has like a little bookmark in it. I'm like, I love that. I love when books do that. It feels a bit like a journal. Okay, we're nearly at the end. Second last, I got I'm Glad My Mom Died by Jeanette McCurdy. I've heard so many good things about this book that I just thought I have to get it. And apparently it's just written in just such a like funny, in like her like sense of humor kind of way, and it's not like just all doom and gloom kind of feeling. So I thought I would give that a go. Again, I'm just trying to read more things out of my comfort zone because I thought, why not? Okay, the final book is quite a hefty one, but it is stunning to say the least. I got Babel, or Babel, I don't know how to call this. I want to call it Babel, like Babylon, but I want to call it Babel because I'm English. So yeah, but just look at this book. It is a hefty book. And again, very out of my comfort zone, but it sounds amazing. I've heard it's quite an intellectual read, so I'm probably going to leave this for a little while until my brain feels like it can take in words, because half the time lately my brain is mush and doesn't want to do anything it's meant to. But I've heard so many good things, so I'm really looking forward to getting into this. But it's also quite daunting how big the book is, so I might wait until I'm really into the reading before I read this. We'll see. Okay, so that's it for this haul. A lot of books here. Expect reading vlogs, like wrap-ups, and a bunch of like reading content on this channel. I'll be doing a kind of like a mix of content. I'm wanting to start streaming in the next sort of few months. I've gotten really into Stardew Valley, so I just want to stream cozy games. At the minute, I'll be starting a new job soon, fingers crossed, all things going well. So once I've kind of got my feet with that and got a schedule, because I'll have set shifts and stuff, I'll work out the logistics for how I'm going to set that up, but you'll be informed when I do start streaming. So I'm going to be doing like gaming content / like cozy games, not like, we're not doing Fortnite in here, thank you, and book content. So yeah, subscribe if you want to see that. I feel really awkward. I've not filmed in years. This has been the most difficult thing. I started filming this twice before we got to this one, and by the time I edit it I might end up filming it again tomorrow. We will see. I hope not, but we will see. I'm gonna go now because now it's just getting awkward. It's like a weird date that's gone on too long. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed. If you did, subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you in the next one.